What's up guys, Brady here from 533. Today we're going to be continuing the build guide for all the frames we sell here at 533. Today's build guide is on the TinyTrainer V2, which is one of our most popular frames. It's able to be raced in any of the TinyTrainer races because of course it is the TinyTrainer class. It's our 3-inch racing frame, but yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so this is what you'll receive whenever you get your TinyTrainer V2 frame kit. You'll get your carbon and hardware, and you'll also get your canopy and arm covers. You will need a 1.5 and a 2mm driver for this. So you can go ahead and start and unpackage everything. Okay, now that you've gotten everything unpackaged, you can go ahead and get the 2 plates that you're given. And I recommend laying it down on the ground. There's no up or down, you can just lay it on the ground, your bottom plate. Set this one off to the side, the one that has the press nuts. This is your top plate, that one's your bottom plate. So set this one off to the side for a second. You're gonna wanna take your 4 little rigid pieces you're given that look different. So the long, like rectangle ones are going to go on the back. So this is gonna be the back of the frame that has this little indent. That's the back. So that's where these are gonna go, and these are gonna sit with the big side facing up. So like that, and they're just gonna sit in like that. So it'll go on just like this. On both sides, so you can go ahead and do that. And then the other ones are gonna go in the front, and they're going to go with the big side also up. It's a little hard to see on this one, but you can see this top piece is just a little bit bigger. That's gonna go that side up on this side. And then you'll go ahead and get your top plate. This one has the press nuts. And you're gonna wanna have the pointy ends going to the back of the frame. Just like so. So you should have a little sandwich like this. Should look exactly like this. Next step you're going to want to get is your biggest screws that you're given. Maybe not biggest, but the thickest screws you're given. Get these out of their bag. And then you're gonna get one arm, and see this notch right here? You're gonna notch that against the little rigid mid plate you put in there. So you're just gonna slide it in between the 2 plates, and you're going to notch it right there. You can just kind of search for it, and then once you find it, and then you're gonna wanna line up the hole to go straight through, like that. Go ahead and get your 2mm driver. And screw it into the bottom, into the press nut. Oh. Just like that. So it should come just flush with the press nut. Don't tighten it all the way down, and you're going to want to repeat that process for the other 3 sides. Okay, now once you got all 4 on, you're going to want to go ahead and torque down all of them. Just one tight turn to do. So this is what you'll be left with. Now that you have all 4 of your arms on, the next step is going to be getting your stack screws in. You're going to get the longest screws you're provided with. Go ahead and get these out. Okay, now that you've got the stack nuts, you want to get 4 of these little plastic stack nuts that you're provided with. You're going to want to get your 1.5 mil, and you're going to use these holes. You're going to use these 2 outside ones, and then this middle one and this middle one, just like so. Thread it just like that through the bottom is where you're going to put it in, and then you're just going to put the little stack nut on top and screw it all the way down. Okay, now that you got your stack screws in, it should look something just like this. Now you're going to want to take your canopy piece out of your canopy guide, the big one, like this one. Set this off to the side. And then you're going to get the bag with 4 screws in it. You should have only 2 bags of screws left. You're going to want to take the one that has 4 left in it.
What size?
Take these out. And then you want to get the bag with 2 standoffs. Okay, you're going to want to get your canopy, and you're going to want to face your quad forward. So the forward one is the one that has the rounded off sides. And you're going to want to like shimmy the canopy onto the carbon. It should just kind of fit on like that. And you're going to want to line this hole up with the hole in the carbon. I'll show you the hole in the carbon. That hole, you're going to want to line it up with the hole in the side of the canopy. Like that. And then these holes should line up on the back. Then you're going to want to take one of your standoffs. So this part's actually kind of tricky. Standoff, and put your standoff right here in between the 2 carbon pieces. And try and line it up as best you can. Then line the hole up again. And then you're going to take your 1.5 and get one of these screws. Try and hold everything as still as possible. This part's a little tricky.
How many sets of props did you want?
Screw it in just like so. It's gonna be easy not to strip this screw because you do actually have to come in at an angle a little bit. Should be able to get it just like that, where it goes in through the outside of the canopy, it goes through the plastic canopy, through the carbon, into your standoff. And I should mention, I don't have any TPU with me right now, but the step before this is where you're going to want to add your TPU on this piece right here. Like in your battery tray, there'll be a little loop, and you'll slide it on that standoff right here, and that's how you'll add your TPU tray. You'll also put it on this and this, and you'll just kind of have to like wedge it on. It's a tricky fit, but if you use the back end of your 1 mil, you can kind of pry it onto these pieces. So you'll want to do the exact same thing on the back by putting the standoff in between the carbon. Just like that. Do the exact same thing on the other side. And there you have it. You have the TinyTrainer V2 fully built up. If you need to get to your stack, like if you're gonna go ahead and start building it, as soon as you finish the frame, you're just gonna take these back 2 screws off, and you can lift this up and it'll actually hinge. Like you can actually just loosen these. You don't even have to fully unscrew them. just loosen them, and you can actually hinge this entire top off. I can try and show you that actually. Just give it a little bit of looseness. And you can hinge it just like that. And that's how you get your electronics on. But yeah, that is the TinyTrainer V2. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the build guide on the TinyTrainer V2. I hope I answered anyone's questions or I was able to help you build your TinyTrainer V2 at home. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comment section. Me and Evan are going down there frequently to look at anything y'all might have to say. If you want to know anything about the shop, comment it. But yeah, that's it for the build tutorial. If you want to see any of the stuff I post, it's Foshi FPV. That's my Instagram and YouTube, and you can see my content where I post sim or real life racing. But yeah, that's it for the video, and I'll see you in the next one.